Hi, good evening, Corey Thorne, psychic medium, spiritual healer, empowerment life coach. I am doing the monthly reading for Pisces for January 2019. My work is truly based around the channeled through messages that are coming through for each zodiac sign. I am not an astrologer at all. I do all of my work through the intuitive guidance that's coming based on that. I do use many different decks of cards that all belong to other people. They're not my cards, and I do not always use the meanings that are in the books or connect it to the intention of the creator. That it's just me using my intuitive abilities to do the messages that are coming through. So just kind of, and they are all connected to divine, just as the channels connected to the divine source. So it all kind of resonates together. My work is not to replace any medical, psychological, or scientific or legal advice. This is to be taken lightheartedly and to be listed as a form of entertainment. I'm giving you as a professional life coach, I am here to help give you the guidance that helps you be able to kind of get through your month, move forward, and if it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, then maybe this is not the reading for you. This is done as a general reading. It means it's done for the collective and not for any individual person. Sometimes individual messages do come in, and I'm never sure exactly who they're for because there's so many people in the collective. But it does become a little bit direct sometimes. If not, then it is just all general. And whether or not, if you're a cross watcher and whether or not you're listening for somebody else, there may be messages in here that relate to you as well. So for my Pisces, what I've picked up so far as I was channeling in through was that kind of that need and desire to kind of lock yourself away for just a few days. We are in the eclipse, and it's like you are very emotional. My Pisces are water sign. They are emotional. And it's just like these few days, this turbulent energy that I'm feeling, which is really strongly connected to the feminine, also very strongly connected to the masculine, is that you find yourself kind of wanting to kind of hide away because it's like it's too much for you, and it's a good time to hide away. It's a good time not to come out and be out socializing or be out anywhere else, as the cards are flying around. This card, it's because in this in this quiet time that I'm picking up in these few days, which kind of ends, I want to say, so right now we're in the 5th, 6th, and when we come out into the, I think that's the date. I don't even know. I've been inside for so long. It's the 6th right now because it is 1:30 in the morning. I'm making these videos. So I feel like around the 8th, 9th, it's a huge, big difference. There's a huge, big shift. And by the 13th, 14th, you're finding yourself in a place of saying, you know what? Okay, I've been looking at myself for long enough, and I've been kind of exploring life long enough, and now I need to start making some choices. And there's some choices to make, not changes, choices. And choices might lead to changes, but there's some choices to be made. It's like choosing, kind of, sometimes you have to choose one over the other, or sometimes so it's like you have to choose work, a job over family life, or family life over a job, like which one is taking most of your time, and you're kind of being told you need to kind of clean up one, you need to do one a little bit less, or not be in one place so much. And so what's coming up here is that sense of obedience is what I just pulled out. It's the card that just came out, and the other one was strength. And you're being very obedient, like there's just a sense of obedience and being like centered, being very centered into what it is that's going to bring you the most happiness. And that is about creating balance. And that's what I'm feeling here, is that sense of creating balance. because in that time of having to choose, it's not that you have to make a choice and give up one. It's about you have to make a choice to balance out life, that you can't be all in one and nothing else anywhere else. And that's what it feels like from Aries, for the Aries. It's just that you have a tendency right now that you're all into something, like you become a little bit obsessed with something. Go all into this, and then everything else over on this side of you is not getting enough attention, or you're kind of neglecting other things that need to be looked at, explored, and to be done. And you tend to get especially work related, those type of things, you tend to get so caught up that you forget that you have a whole nother life or other things to tend to. And that's kind of like it's your strength, but it's also your weakness. And this is a month of exploring your strengths and your weaknesses. And some of the things that you thought was your strength may possibly be your weakness, because being so obsessed with being a workaholic, is it really a strength, or is it a weakness? Is it something of that? Because why are we doing this? Why are we continually to put everything into one thing and becoming obsessed with that? And it's like something of that tends to lead us back into the emotional. What are we emotionally not wanting to do? What are we emotionally not wanting to face? What is my reality, right? Where am I? Where's that energy that I really want to kind of work? Or where's that energy that brings joy, happiness, fun, and most of all, love into my life? And if you're there and you're not experiencing all of those things, and you know it's all on the plate, you know you have it, you know it's around you, but you're not finding that balance in between. What are you serving, or what's being served for you? What's happening for you? What's happening great in your life if it's all over here? And this will deplete you. Your energy will become low. And so your strength becomes making a choice to say, you know what, this is not working. This is not working for me, and I need to make a change, and I need to move into allowing myself to experience some of the other great things that this world has, and that I am here to explore, and I'm here to take advantage of, and I'm here to have it in my life. And give yourself the pleasures of life. Why not have passion? Why not have joy? Why not have love? Why not have happiness? The why nots. And give yourself that. Give yourself the pep talk. Give yourself a serious pep talk. What am I at risk of kind of letting go of, or what am I at risk of letting fall away from my life? And then the other card that comes out, or not the other, because it was all I already showed you, but the strength card. And this is, you have a strong root system. You have strong family values. You have a strong connection to family. You have so much of you to give, and so much that can be enjoyed by other people, that why not let everyone experience it? You are ready and ripe in so many ways to let yourself out into the world and to experience the love. And the other thing that comes up for me, this is our vision. What is it you want to see in your life? And this is the next thing. What is your vision? What have you been dreaming of appearing? And if this is the year that it seems as if you're ready for something more, you're ready to take on that dream job, or you're ready to create or open your own business, if you're ready to move into a place of marriage or commitment, this is the time to do it. Like by the middle of the month, you're saying, you know what, I think I'm going to really take this on. I'm ready for this, and I'm going to go this route. And so if this has been your dream career, your dream life, you're about to step into it. You're about to step into it, especially when we start to hit the full moon around the 21st, 22nd, somewhere around there. I'm feeling the sense that it's there. And I believe, if I'm thinking correctly here, I believe it's Aquarius is what it shifts into. And there's a change in the wind. There's a change in the wind about to happen. And that's when this big shift, when you finally say, okay, I surrender, and I surrender to all that has been waiting for me, all that's been kind of there, because I have separated myself. I've separated myself from the things or from the people in my life. And I'm going into the romance cards here. These cards just fell out in my lap as I was shuffling. and that you've separated yourself long enough. You've kind of taken that time, you've separated yourself, you've explored what you need to explore, and you've been romancing about your life and how your life is going to show up. You've had tons of visions. So if you're the one that's creating a business, then it's about business and it's about creating that. If you're the one who's got yourself into a relationship, or you've been thinking about exploring a relationship, then it is a relationship. But this is also about a relationship with you. So if you're someone who's been kind of put yourself aside and you've done nothing for yourself, then this is about you. And the other cards that came out was that this relationship has been worth waiting for. You have been worth waiting for. Your partner has been worth waiting for. All of this life has been worth waiting for. You now are fully in the right frame of mind. You've done all of the exploring. You've done that deep dive into your emotional self. And this is where I feel like the beginning of January, 13, 14, 15, like I said, somewhere in there, that you've been deep diving into, what do I need? And then from like that December, like when we were in Pisces, and it was like, oh my God, we had all that Pisces energy, and it was emotional, and all the past was coming up, and you're exploring that, and you're hiding away from, from anything that was future related, because you just had too much on your plate of the past that was just making you feel that way. Well, it's done now, and so you've been sitting contemplating what life is going to be next. And this is how my Pisces work, is they have many different choices and options that just they create all these scenarios, right? And so as you come into this place of romance, I feel as if this has been worth waiting for. This is the love of your life. This is the romance of a lifetime. This is a great opportunity for you to say, I'm ready for this. I'm ready to take on ready to take on a full commitment to somebody, to myself, and to finding balance and happiness in my life. And that I'm ready to have somebody in my life that I know will appreciate all of who I am, and to really appreciate even the emotional side. And if you have someone who's not kind of grasping and getting your emotional side, and they're like kind of make fun of you and teasing you for being emotional, some might be lighthearted, other parts of it, do you want to listen to that for the next 30 years of your life? So if you're someone who's been in that, and you've had to listen, excuse me, my cards fell on the floor, then kind of have that serious communication. This is a good time for good communication for my Pisces as well. But this is express your love that came falling out. It's just constant romance cards that are coming. It's like you've been romanticizing about a great life. A great life is here. There's nothing really in the way of a Pisces at getting anything that they want in life, but it's about balance. It's about letting go of the, I'm going to call the isms, right? That getting OCD stuck, like just getting that tunnel vision view of life, that you just get one track mind and that's the way you're going, and you kind of forgot everything. That's your big thing that you have to make sure that you're paying attention to. And the exact same cards, except for the wedding one, but true love came out. Worth waiting for. You've been separated long enough. And the unrequited love. What are you, it's that whole, what do you keep, what had taken you to a place of not feeling like you had enough chemistry, enough like attraction? Was it you or was it your partner? And because you didn't have the balance, who was it? Because you are now recognizing that, oh, darn it, after this time apart, things are actually a whole lot better than I thought. So you're giving yourself the validation in the time that you have been exploring all of the options and all of the choices that you've had. Something told me to pick the top card. It was honeymoon. Enjoy your honeymoon, whoever you are, because there's a wedding. There is a coming together. You're about to really have a beautiful life. You are getting married, and I know one who's getting married because my daughter is a Pisces and she's getting married. And the last card that I'm putting out for you is the Mother Mary card. And I'm asking the card, I've kind of been listening through here. I have a message again, and it's around a dog. I have a little dog here, and it's on the other side, and it belongs to somebody in particular, and it's telling me, and it's a little white, I don't know if it's a Bichon or if it's a poodle or if it's a cross of some sort, but it's a little white dog, and this little dog is just saying, you know, like you've put your life, mom, dad, whatever you may have been to, is that you've put your life on hold, and you've been kind of hiding away from living for a long time. And so it's time to get yourself a new partner. So if you're someone who's been contemplating getting a new dog and you lost your dog, this is a good time to also get a new dog, or to let somebody into your life, whichever one's going to be. But I feel as if it's another dog, like you've been on the fence of another dog, and this is, and you're being told that it's a good time to get another dog. It's really weird how that is. But my Pisces have had their hearts broken time and time again, not all, some. And they've also had their, sorry, cards are flying everywhere. Well, we're not going to choose all those cards. They fell over. I did have my card picked out first. They've had their hearts hurt a lot, and not all. Some are too young to have their hearts hurt a lot. But I don't feel it's just relationship. I feel like it's family members, like things like that, that you've closed over time. Your hearts have shut down, closed down, been not so receiving of any love. You're always giving out. You're always giving of everything that you have, but your hearts have not been open. And this is the energy that's saying, we're bringing open your heart. It's like we have free will, of course, but this is the time to say, I'm done living with my heart closed. I'm opening my heart because I want to let in that love. I want to let in the endless possibilities. I want my dreams to start to come true. And so this is open your heart, let in the love, let in the light, let in that person that's been trying to get in, or let in something new if you're in something that's a new love. And if you're married, there's a little bit of a warning here. If you're a married Pisces, and one of you, whether it's you or your partner, is taking advantage of the other one and their kindness, and it's like it's one-sided relationship, please pay attention to that. Please make a conscious choice to make a change in that department, because I feel as if the relationship has so much good, and if you continue to have it one-sided, it's not going to last. And walking in your grace, walking in all of who you are, and knowing that you are so beautiful and wonderful, and that you are, you're that divine protection, you're that divine perfection of God, and that we all are. So if you've been really hard on yourself and thinking, well, I have to perfect myself before I put myself out into the world, or I have to perfect myself before I can get married, I have to know who you are, what you are is more than enough. Stop trying to perfect things before you show up, before you step into your dreams, before you step into your life, your love, whatever it may be. You are just fine the way you are. Walk in the beautiful self that you are, and shed the skin. Have mercy for you. Step into the place of mercy, of knowing that the kinder your words are to yourself, and the kinder the words are that you put out there, and the kinder that you treat yourself, the kinder that you are in the world. So be very sweet and kind to yourself, and make sure you do not have a sharp tongue, knowing that the sharp tongue, the harsh words that you speak, is the same thing as eating food. That's bad for you, and I've said this in another sign, is that's toxic. And so you have people in your lives that are trying to come back or trying to be in your life, and I don't know where that is, whether it's a parent or something like that, but it's a sense of forgiveness. You have to forgive in your heart some of what that person had done, because they didn't know any better at the time. They didn't know better when you were little, or whatever it may be, but they're trying to make a change now, and they might not be exactly as you want them to be, but they are making an effort to change. And the forgiveness is really come with is letting go of all of the old resentment, because the old resentment's what holds you back from bringing forth the life that you know is now here for you to have. So open your heart, let go of the old resentments. It's the forgiveness. The mercy is, that being very kind to yourself. Your grace, you're going to walk in that, you're going to walk in your grace of just knowing that you are perfect the way you are. And I'm going to say this again, open your hearts. You're not here to live life with your hearts closed off. You're here to live it as if you are a blossoming flower that's ready to open up and to let in everything that the world has to offer. Thank you very much to my Pisces, and I will see you all in February for your next monthly reading. Thank you. Bye-bye.